Things are working. Sweet.
All right.
So how long have these guys been warming up? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning.
We are still waiting, and now we are going into the game. Both players are ready, starting off here on Furious Heights.
One. Fight.
Looks like Strenx is going to take the red and the yellow. He does not decide to delay that red, so it's going to have a normal time of about 28 when that spawns. Strenx does hit one rail on the k1llsen, so it's going to give him a easier position on this next red. Ooh, but k1llsen decides to sneak in and just gets caught way off guard by Strenx. Strenx able to hit a rocket in the face, take red without taking any damage. Strenx might be able to get a quick kill here before Mega spawns if k1llsen sticks around, and Strenx pushes him off bridge. 11 health from k1llsen, and he picks up Mega just as it spawns. Some good timing there, but he has no health. Has to be very careful here from taking a frag, and he gets a frag. A bad spawn there for k1llsen, going to spawn right next to Strenx. Actually might be able to do some damage here with shotgun. Strenx trying to stick around, and does take the frag, making it 2-0 for Strenx.
So both these players are very well known for their aim. Strenx, obviously one of the best LGs in the game. k1llsen, recently at Gamescom, became quite famous for his rail accuracy. So let's see if that comes to play here in just a second. Pretty interesting early sequence there for Strenx. k1llsen actually lucky to not be further in the deficit right now. Oh, nice face rocket right there by Strenx. That's going to allow him to pick up this red and have control for at least the next minute here as he is compounding on his gigantic stack right now. k1llsen only with 50 armor.
Yeah.
So what does k1llsen have to do here, Stormy?
k1llsen just needs to play a little bit more passive around the corners, makes damage from far away, and at the same time try to get items time from and maybe do a little bit more damage. So I think that Strenx is playing really solid. He had a good start, and now it's gonna be tough for k1llsen.
Now, I don't know if this was k1llsen's plan, but he did do a decent amount of damage there at Mega, and because this is the way the spawns work on this map, he was able to pick up that plasma and red. Are you someone that is an advocate of doing a lot of damage at an item, knowing that you're going to spawn at the next item, even though you took that frag?
Yeah, that's something that people could do, but at the same time, one of the most important things is just to delay the items, or trying to delay the guy taking the items and do damage from far away, and then go to the other side and trying to get control back that way. I think that's one of the most used tactics from top players, and one that works best.
So Strenx jumping out to a pretty early 4-frag lead here. His stack is pretty ridiculous and hitting another rail, so k1llsen is going to have to play in the shadows for some time now. It's going to take a series of rails strung together to really get him back into this game.
Yeah, Strenx with 60% rail, and k1llsen with 0% now.
Hasn't hit one. And that's kind of what we mentioned before. If k1llsen's aim isn't there, what it should be, where he's hitting everything, then he actually has some trouble. So we can see he hasn't hit one rail so far, hasn't even really been able to get off rail attempts, let alone hits. And he's down 4-0, and Strenx has that stack. So Strenx with another rail, and k1llsen misses that rail. It's going to allow Strenx to get this Mega, and k1llsen misses another. So k1llsen finally hits one, but might have taken too much damage there.
Strenx is reading k1llsen really well at the moment. He's in a really good spot for attack the next red armor. He's probably going to get the kill. And
So that's a really big kill, because he gets to pick up red right after.
Yeah, and he got the yellow armor to attack if he wants to. So
k1llsen really needs to find some weapons right now. He's in a pretty bad position stack-wise, but he can't even get into the game without this rail. So it's a clutch pickup right there. He actually might be able to steal away this red. No, strenx comes in. k1llsen decides to back off wisely.
strenx is delaying the armor, that's perfect.
Yeah, k1llsen definitely thought that he took it at least 5 seconds ago. So k1llsen's finally able to hit a much-needed rail to push strenx away from charging him right there.
Yeah, but strenx is in a really good spot now to take the mega. Well, not anymore, but k1llsen did so much damage.
Well, now k1llsen's hitting his rail, so some 2 big rails and rocket shots there. It's going to allow him to pick up red, but strenx actually rushes that yellow armor. I don't think k1llsen was expecting him to be there. I know I wasn't. And strenx actually loses the battle, so k1llsen picks up his first frag just past the halfway point to make this a 4-frag game.
Delaying the red armor for strenx didn't really work in his favor, unfortunately. I think it was the best thing he could have done in that position, and I think he played it perfectly. It was just unfortunate that k1llsen managed to do so much damage at mega health.
So now k1llsen for the first time has a look at equalizing this frag difference, picking up yet another yellow. So strenx is still gasping around the map for health. He does have quite a bit of armor, so k1llsen, this red armor is going to be very pivotal in the next couple minutes of this match. strenx actually opts not to challenge right here as k1llsen picks up the red armor unopposed, and now he's actually going to have a little bit of time here to he's going to have time to make it over to the mega with plenty of time left. And I'm not sure that strenx can even well, actually they have a pretty equal stack right now, so it's going to be interesting.
I mean, k1llsen had a little bit of an opportunity there. strenx had only 14 health for about a minute, and he was able to pick up that 50 and that's 25, so k1llsen with a little bit of a mistake maybe. But does get the frag there, makes it 5-2. Does take a lot of damage, and he's away from the other portion of the map, so strenx might still be able to get a stack.
k1llsen definitely needs to put more pressure on strenx, because if you let the guy play and put him, himself in a really good position, then you're gonna get hit.
And just as you say that, strenx rushes k1llsen completely, knocks him down to 1 health, and he can't get the frag. k1llsen's able to pick up that 50, is trying to snipe strenx before picking up that mega. He gets 1 rail hit, but actually falls to the bottom. Not a good move here by k1llsen. Very likely chance he's gonna get fragged here very shortly. He's just gonna hide behind this pillar. He now takes the frag, didn't hit any of those plasma balls. So he's not even going to be able to pick up that red either. So not a great idea to drop down there by k1llsen.
Definitely left him in a very odd position. Hard to defend yourself behind that pillar. A nice initial rocket though. That's going to do a lot to equalize this. k1llsen still cannot challenge for this mega though. Looks like strenx is going to delay the mega just a little bit, and actually that was a bit of a mistake because it's allowed k1llsen to grab the red armor unopposed. Now k1llsen actually has a decent armor stack. He still cannot challenge for this yellow. Oh, that was probably not the right move. He does pick up the yellow, but gets dealt some damage and a rail to boot. So now k1llsen, again, has to back off.
Only 2 minutes remaining. Do you think k1llsen can do this, Thermi?
It's really tough against strenx because, if you keep attacking him, his aim is not a stupid player at all. He's improving so much, so I totally think that strenx probably have this one in the bag.
Yeah, only 1:30 left to go. Time running down here for k1llsen to be able to make a move. He's going to have to get a frag in the next 15 seconds or so to be able to do everything. He actually does catch strenx going down to that red. If he killed him before he picked up the red, it might be possible, but instead, strenx picks up the red. Now only about a minute to go with 4 frags remaining. I don't think that k1llsen's going to be able to bring this up.
1 minute warning.
Yeah, strenx can really just lame it up and stay hidden as much as possible for the next minute here. Even if k1llsen does get an aggressive and get this red armor, there's not much he can do with this little time left. And when strenx hits rails like that, you really know it's not going to happen to k1llsen. So first map, Furious Heights is going to go to strenx.
Yeah, but one of the most important things that we saw Spari doing on AdKit is that when you have control back right at the end of the match and you need to make a comeback, is it okay sometimes to leave some items if you have a really good um, position of your enemy, but if you don't, then it's always better to keep the control and maybe rocket jumping and doing fast movement around the map, because if the enemy plays really slowly and sneaky, maybe he's just hiding somewhere and you just give him a chance to defend himself.
Final score 9-2 for strenx over k1llsen. This was map 1. We are going to go into map 2, which is hub or hectic. I think hub. Whoa, yep, and the server disconnected.
Quake Live. All right.
So we're gonna try to get servers back up. Let us talk to an admin for a minute and let you know.
So in that match, strenx obviously had a bit better aim. They were pretty comparable. It is a LAN situation, so they're going to be able to hit what they want to be hitting. But strenx had much better control of the map, picking up far more red armors and mega healths. So k1llsen didn't really have a chance because of that. Even though their aim was comparable, strenx just had better timing and better map control. So I think positioning maybe was one of k1llsen's biggest downfalls in that map.
Yeah, but I think also that strenx hit pretty much every important shot during the game. I mean, if k1llsen would go down and maybe take the red armor before strenx would be there and do as much damage, so maybe k1llsen would be left with only 50 armor. Or maybe k1llsen would jump to mega health and strenx would be in a good position where he could land enough damage to go and take the next big item. So it's always been like some sort of cycling between items where strenx was always over k1llsen. And that's one of the major things. Besides, k1llsen didn't really aim that well, I believe, on this map. So props to strenx to playing that solid. People wants me to say AdKit. AdKit.
Wait, Serby, what map are we playing third?
Yeah, third map is AdKit, and the second one is Airwalk. Are you recording this? Fake out.
What's the third map?
He loves it, so I understand.
That's what I do. New servers are coming up now. We will be connecting very shortly. So next map will be Hub. strenx, or played this map a little bit earlier. Thought he was down and out and made a big comeback, even though that was probably more Sparty's fault than strenx's doing. Still, that probably gives strenx some confidence going into this map, knowing that, he's feeling pretty good. But k1llsen also... I don't even know. Maybe his psych is a bit worried now because he didn't hit those rails that he needed to on Furious Heights like he did in the first set. If he doesn't hit those rails again on Hub, he's going to have a tough time.
For sure. strenx is not going to miss much like we've seen in the past matches. But one of the things that you said before, yeah, strenx played really well against Sparty, managed to do a great comeback. And I totally agree with that. But at the same time, we're gonna think that k1llsen doesn't really have the same playing style as at Sparty, and these guys don't know each other as well as strenx and Sparty do. So I think we're gonna see a completely different match here. And if k1llsen rail is not going to be on, then I think strenx is going to have a really, really good advantage, because it's always so quick to come out from that railgun teleporter, rail the guy when he's not in control, then get back, go back to yellow. And so it needs to be really careful to don't make mistakes, and at the same time don't be in the open, because you know. The password is wrong, guys.
So yeah, not to take anything away from k1llsen, but some people out there, especially on ES Reality, call his performance at IEM Gamescom something of a fluke. But you know, obviously he's proven to be a great player over the years. Do you see Sturmy as a Quake player? Do you see his performance at that Gamescom? Was that something out of the ordinary for him, or is that something he can prove time and time again?
I think it's something that he can definitely prove, but in 2009 and the start of 2010, I don't think k1llsen was as good as he is now, but he was definitely one of the top 8 players. And I also believe that he didn't have enough tournament experience. He always choked, even if he was that, because he proved that during Zota Cups. So now, yeah, go on.
We are going on server right now for map number 2, Airwalk, until map number 3.
We hope.
You know what, man? You know what, guys?
What's up?
I really want to go to QuakeCon this year.
Aren't you banned from there?
No, I was banned last year. I'm really hoping I get to go this year.
Then behave like a good kid, man.
Yo, I gotta be real.
You know, Rod, I might be able to pull some
No
strings
fluff.
for you, man.
Oh yeah?
Just kidding.
Dude, hook it up.
I never thought I'd be pulling strings for Slasher, but it might have come to that.
Hey, it's not like there's anything new or cool coming out that I could leak. So, it doesn't really matter. I should be fine, right? There's nothing good happening for me to leak for you. Nothing is good that's being released. Alright, game's going live now. Game number 2. k1llsen vs. strenx.
Right.
k1llsen down 1-0.
1. Fight.
Oh, both of them going straight for the mega health. strenx with no weapon at all. k1llsen gonna get an easy frag. And now it's up to k1llsen to pick up the armors and keep strenx away from the red armor at least.
I mean,
is
perfect.
able to get the yellow.
Perfect start for k1llsen. He could not have wanted anything more than that.
A little bit of revenge, maybe.
I mean, he gets an early 1-0 lead. He gets all the items. He gets to play this like cat and mouse game with strenx up in the corner. He hits that very important first rail. So now strenx is just stuck here. So now, Sturmy, what do you do when you're in Strenx's position, where you're stuck on the side of the map with only the yellow and the green, and you have one guy who's not he doesn't even want the red, he just wants to peek rail you for like the entire game, and then he'll go get the red after.
Well, first of all, you need to try to get, hit by those rails. It's you're in a really difficult position, but you got the yellow armor and the green harbor helping you out. So as long as these guys, as long as the other guy goes and take the red armor, that's your time for going pick up your rail and maybe move on the map. So.
Frags in 2 seconds. Excellent.
That was pretty nice. k1llsen actually hit a great rocket. His strenx was kind of trying to subtly jump from top rocket directly into him at lower rocket, and k1llsen just caught him coming right into him. So k1llsen's actually going to take a 3-0 lead here. Looking really good so far on Airlock.
I think k1llsen has gotten every single red armor to boot thus far. His play, it's not so aggressive. He's really just waiting for strenx more than anything. Able to hit 2 point-blank rails. Well, I'm not really sure why strenx decided to drop down there. Maybe he's like, oh man, I have no health, I have no chance. Might as well start over again and see if I can get this. Oh god, and k1llsen really is showing his superb rail strength right now in this matchup.
Yeah, 54% rail for k1llsen right at this moment. I think that k1llsen is playing really strong and controlling the map really well, but at the same time strenx is playing too aggressive. Wow, that was an awesome shot.
Oh,
really, yeah.
Well, strenx finally gets a mega, so that's his first major item of the game. Hasn't picked up a red or mega until now. So strenx down 6, but that's not much on this map.
Yeah, of course, Airwalk is one of the quickest, if not the quickest, in the game. Things can change so quickly as you can, pretty much control the map once you have all the armors and power-ups. Until the tide sways, you can get a couple frags in quick succession. However, strenx looks a little bit frazzled right now. He's not able to show much composure at this point. k1llsen is really, like I said, not playing aggressively. He's really just waiting for strenx to come to him, and strenx is doing just that. And there, maybe even a little misstep. I'm not sure if he was trying to jump up to the red armor or not, but yeah, k1llsen, like I said, just playing the teleporters and waiting for strenx to come to him.
Well, at least now strenx is on the red armor side of the map, which k1llsen had dominated this whole time. Now he wins that LG battle. He's probably not going to win the rail, but he seems to have the better LG. He actually hits a really nice rocket there on k1llsen just as he's grabbing that LG. So this is going to be strenx's time to make up a few frags here. He's going to have k1llsen stock. He's going to have the ability to take this red. Should have time to go for the next mega. So,
great move by strenx right there. He went to pick up the yellow armor instead of going straight to the red. Pick up a frag as well. So strenx is in a really good spot. He has the mega and the yellow armor coming up. He could have control of the whole map.
And it looks like he will. See if k1llsen's going to try to go around the other side to pick up yellow. So k1llsen does do a good job of getting the yellow without taking any damage. And another rail from k1llsen. So k1llsen's rail, he's doing what he has to. 42% for k1llsen. Actually, 41% for strenx. So not that much different. But k1llsen with 6 extra hits of the rail. So a lot more damage.
Kind of double frag right there. You're getting a chance to see maybe why k1llsen is not people's favorite player to watch, but he's still a very, very smart player. Just moving around extremely slowly on Airwalk right now. Almost able to get the red armor, but a nice rail by strenx is going to deny that red.
And now strenx in an awesome position. He got the low yellow armor to pick it up, and then he's in a good spot to place himself between mega and red armor and try to stop k1llsen from his next move.
Well, it doesn't look like k1llsen's going to be able to pick up this red. I think k1llsen even tried to rocket jump and failed. Strenx doesn't want to give up the mega, and he's gonna have to go for the trade. So he does let k1llsen pick up that red. He tried to hit a rail.
He shouldn't have gone for the ray gun right there.
You think he should have taken the red and then went back?
No, he should have just go with a rocket shot or shaft instead. He tried to shoot with the ray gun, which unfortunately missed.
Oh, direct rocket there for k1llsen. That's gonna allow him to have a bit more control on this map. Actually, quite even stacks, and then strenx is going to be able to pick up the red armor completely unopposed. I think a little bit of a mental error there by k1llsen, not trying to challenge for that, even though he did have the stack. Maybe he wasn't quite sure what killed. Whoa, nice bit of LG there by k1llsen, popping strenx up, but not enough. Strenx able to pick up the mega health and a yellow armor, so strenx with the stack lead, trading rails right there. So a nice rocket there by k1llsen. And this red armor is going to be, I don't know who can get this right now.
Well, strenx did hit that one rail, and that was going to allow him to pick up the 225 bubbles. So he's going to be able to pick up that red. k1llsen's very bad position here. He died right before that yellow spawns. He's not going to spawn on that side of the map. That's going to allow strenx to pick up yellow and mega, and he should have enough time to go back to red. And if k1llsen is not careful, this is going to be a tie game.
I don't think strenx knew the yellow armor was up right there, because then I really don't know why he didn't go for it.
And strenx through the teleporter, sees k1llsen at that rocket launcher, wants to maybe hit a peak rail. He can. k1llsen does have rail, so strenx isn't going to try to bait it as much. Red and mega, same time now. k1llsen was able to run around that entire time, pick up both yellows and 2 greens. He's going to challenge for the mega. Looks like strenx being sneaky on the stairway, doing a ton of damage to k1llsen, and pick up that mega. It's going to allow him to pick up red too, so now strenx is complete control. This is going to be very hard for k1llsen.
Awesome frag.
Wow. Wow, there you go, tie game. Now strenx is going in the lead, 7-6. All the items are going to be spawned soon. k1llsen's going to take the approach of being aggressive. Not a lot of health. And strenx comes around the corner with that LG. And now because of that, he doesn't get this mega. It could be over.
Big mistake right there. Big mistake by strenx right there. He thought that the k1llsen would have gone to ray gun instead. k1llsen just picked up the mega, and now he has a chance to get back into the game while he picked up the red armor.
Yeah, so strenx there gives up red, trying to go for mega, loses out on both items. And now it's k1llsen's time to make the comeback with strenx with 2 beautiful rails in succession. And that's going to make things really difficult for k1llsen. And a third, all the items are spawning now, so k1llsen still has a chance, but he can't die here at mega. See, strenx is going to rush in probably for this red right now. Only 1 minute
just about
remaining.
a minute left, yeah.
Yeah, still a lot of time. k1llsen doesn't want to go too fast. He has enough time here to make something happen, but another rail there from strenx. So k1llsen with the early rails and strenx with the late clutch rails.
So k1llsen's trying to find strenx off guard right now. He's trying to play quiet and sneaky, but he's really got to throw caution to the wind as he only has 45 seconds left to get 2 frags. But
and
jumping in right there was not the right choice.
And we can see k1llsen's ray gun accuracy just, went down to 35%.
Yeah, it plummeted.
33.
He was on point the first half of the entire game, and then as soon as it came down to crunch time, he couldn't hit a rail. And that's going to give strenx the win, and he is going to give k1llsen his first loss in the group.